Good evening, my Real News Midday TV family. Welcome back to the channel for another news update. And in the news this evening, man charged for killing and burying woman in Glengough remanded. The man charged for killing a woman and burying her body in Glengough, St. Catherine, was today remanded in the parish court. Orlando Chin, 28, is charged with murder and unlawful burial. Chin was ordered by Senior Parish Court Judge Yvette Wentworth Miller to return to court on December 10. He is charged for the death of 32-year-old Lisa Gay Babes Cobre. Allegations are that about 2 p.m. on September 28, the woman and Chin had a dispute over a television remote. Chin reportedly pushed her and she hit her head and fell. She was allegedly killed and Chin reportedly dug a grave and buried her body. She was subsequently reported missing by her family. On October 7, Chin reportedly went to the police and allegedly confessed to the murder. He was taken into custody, and the following day, he accompanied the police to the location in Glengough where the woman's decomposing body was found and later exhumed. Chin was subsequently charged. Customer service representative accused of $600,000 theft offered bail. A customer service representative accused of stealing more than $600,000 from her employer was on Wednesday offered a bail when she appeared in the St. Elizabeth Parish Court. As a condition of bail, Kadeen Campbell of Stevens Run in the parish is to report to the Nain Police once weekly. The judge also referred the matter to mediation after Miss Campbell's attorney informed the court that she wanted to make restitution. The parties are to return to court on November 27. It was reported that Miss Campbell, who worked at a courier company, falsified receipts for full payment and then pocketed the balance. The discrepancies were discovered during an audit. Slickiana's murder accused case delayed until January. A January 31 mentioned date has been set for Rashawn Patterson, the man charged in connection with the October 2022 murder of social media influencer Anika Slickiana Townsend. The new date was set when Patterson made an appearance in the St. James Circuit Court on Thursday afternoon. The court was told by the Crown that while an outstanding post-mortem report is now in hand, a DNA report remains outstanding. As a result, the Crown requested a January 31 date, which was granted by Supreme Court Judge Justice Bertram Morrison. Justice Morrison also extended Patterson's bail. Senator Charles Sinclair sat on behalf of Patterson's lawyer, Dion Mailer Barrett, who was absent. The case was last delayed on October 18. All cases set for that date were called up unplanned a day earlier. It was on October 17 that today's date was set. Prior to that, the case was delayed due to the outstanding post-mortem report of Slickiana and the DNA results on September 23. Once the files are completed, a trial date is expected to be set. Townsend's scantily clad body was retrieved from the sea in Reading, St. James on October 21. On November 11, the police had stated that Townsend traveled from Kingston to Montego Bay, where she was picked up by Patterson at approximately 7:30 p.m. on October 20. During the evening, they visited a restaurant in Hanover and a guest house in St. James. At some point during the night, an argument reportedly developed between them. Patterson is accused of strangling Townsend and disposing of her body. Patterson was named as a person of interest on October 22. He was picked up at a guest house in Hanover by a police Area 1 operational team on November 2 after missing at least 2 deadlines to turn himself in. 3 men accused of luring teen girls to Portmore motel freed. 3 men, including 2 brothers, who were accused of luring 3 underage girls to a motel located along the popular back road in Portmore, St. Catherine, were today freed in court after their attorney argued that they did not have a case to answer. A committal hearing was held in the parish court today for the abduction case against the 21-year-old Andre Barrett and the brothers 20-year-old Kenrick Smalling and the 22-year-old Ricky Smalling, all of Greater Portmore addresses, to be transferred to the circuit court. During the proceedings, their attorney Kamisha Harrison argued that a prima facie case was not mounted by the Crown. Presiding Senior Parish Court Judge Yvette Wentworth Miller upheld the submission and freed the men. Information before the court was that on July 1, 2023, a parent of one of the girls had alerted the police that their child was with men at a motel located along Port Henderson Road. The police then swooped down on the property and the 3 girls, ages 11, 12, and 13, were found. According to the police, investigators revealed that the girls were lured to the motel by the accused men. The men were not found at the property. They were subsequently intercepted along the main road in Newland, which is also in Portmore. They were taken into custody and were subsequently charged with abduction. They made numerous court appearances and maintained their innocence throughout. JCTU wants a quicker delivery of housing solutions for public servants. The Jamaica Confederation of Trade Unions is calling for closer collaboration among government ministries and the state agencies to speed up the process for the handover of houses to public servants under a joint venture agreement. Under the 1992 agreement with the Jamaica Civil Service Association, which falls under the JCTU, the government at the time pledged 20 acres of land per parish at affordable rates for workers. This came out of a wage negotiation after the government was unable to increase the salaries of civil servants. The first housing development, Union's Estate in Twickenham Park, St. Catherine, was completed in 2007. Addressing the handover of 144 units at Union Acres, Irwin St. James, on Wednesday, JCTU President St. Patrice Ennis lamented that 32 years after the joint venture agreement, the development was only the second delivered under the agreement.
The slow progress is of concern to us, as it shows that we are not moving with the alacrity needed to keep in step with the original spirit of the agreement. That is to bring affordable solutions to the workers of Jamaica. Several challenges have hindered this process, not least of which is the high cost of developing some of the pledged lands. We would also like to encourage closer collaboration from the state agencies such as NLA, Ministry of Housing, local government authorities to somehow speed up this process. But despite these challenges, today is a day of celebrating, a day of celebration, a testament to the enduring partnership between the government, National Housing Trust, and the trade unions. This is something that we intend to pursue quite vigorously with the government, and I know from the commitment from the government thus far and the NHT, I believe this is something that we will realize much sooner and swifter in the future.
11-year-old Ajane Parchment to undergo spinal surgery at UHWI. Health Minister Dr. Christopher Tufton says arrangements have been made with the University Hospital of the West Indies for 11-year-old Ajane Parchment to undergo spinal surgery. Ajane was diagnosed with scoliosis last August with a spinal curve of 25 degrees, but it has since grown severe to 85 degrees. Tufton gave the update at a press conference this morning at the Bustamante Hospital for Children. He said having become aware of Ajane's situation on Wednesday, he consulted with various stakeholders in the health industry to address the matter. He said UHWI has since consented to facilitate the surgery based on discussions with the lead clinician, Dr. Carl Bruce. He said the hospital will provide an operating theater along with all the necessary equipment and the supporting staff. So if the team that is here, the visiting team that is leaving tomorrow, can facilitate the particular case, then the patient will be facilitated for the surgery to take place, said Tufton. He said if the team cannot perform the surgery, another arrangement will have to be made. On Thursday, the news reported the plight of Ajane and her mother, Sandra Etchison, who said she is being gradually disabled by an aggressive form of scoliosis, and that the surgery to correct the issue has been postponed because of an under-resourced operating theater at a BHC. Thank you everyone for watching. See you tomorrow morning at 6 a.m. for another news update.